you have
That's
to do.
all it has to happen?
Yes.
That's crazy.
C'est tout.
French.
Bonjour, everybody.
Good morning. Welcome. Brian and Carrie in the morning. Monday, May something.
It's May
2017.
15th.
Is it? 15th?
No, it's the 17th. Like, I was not even 2 days off.
You know what? In my morning journal, I wrote Monday, May 15th.
You did?
Yeah. Now
Did you?
I'm all confused.
Oh, maybe.
May 17th.
1
Oh, because our volume's up.
Apparently the volume.
It's my niece's birthday.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Yes.
You know how I know that it's Sam's birthday? Because Brian only has one.
I only have one niece. We are a family of penises.
Oh my gosh.
Was that weird?
Good morning, Joe Kearns.
Yes. Good morning. I got to do the show. Sorry.
Yeah, go.
Today's show, guys, Elf. How one easy rule can make you more money, more fit, and unbelievably enhance your life. That is today's show. I'm very excited. You don't even know what Elf is yet necessarily, but I'll disclaim it now. It's easy, lucrative, and fun. That is the one rule. So if you know we're going to deliver,
Yeah.
which we always do, let's start by sharing this show out right now.
Share it out.
What's up, everybody?
Can I just tell you why I'm excited about talking about Elf?
Yeah.
Because the first thing is it's something we learned
It
by
is?
a dear friend of ours.
It is?
So I can't wait to tell that story because I love the
Right.
stories behind how we came to things.
Stories
You
behind
know?
stories, yes.
Good
Mo
morning.
money, mo money, mo money. Yes, Brian Sakowitz.
Good morning, Joe Kearns, who sent us a beautiful message this week. And by the way, Joe, I just want to let you know I'm going to get back to that.
Yes.
Kat Williams,
Kat
Zoe
Williams.
Morgan. Zoe Morgan, whose daughter is a crew kid and
Crew
watches
kid.
Brian and Carrie in the morning over breakfast.
Good
Zoe,
morning, Zoe's daughter.
Is your daughter watching right now?
Right. Good
I wanna
morning,
know.
Lynette, Brian Sakowitz, Loria Petrucci. Brian likes our nice, clear picture. By the way, everyone, this is Molly the Moose.
Molly the Moose.
There you are. Karen Roberts, Cecily, Sassy Pants, Basista, Michelle Adams, one of my faves. Christine loves the setting. Thanks, Christine.
Oh,
Aaron Johnson, Elsie Lotus.
Do you-
Booyaka.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're all right.
Do
Go
you
ahead.
guys enjoy it when we change up the backdrop? I'm just curious.
Yeah, because right now I'm pulled to stay with this one, but Carrie's pulled to keep going around the house.
I
It's
like
cool. I'm
moving,
either way.
which
yeah.
makes sense. It's the visual artist in
Of
me,
course.
right? But I want to know what you think.
Good morning, Kim Andrew. Good morning, Billy, Lisa. Golly, Lee Patterson's here. John Delancey.
Emma
Yes.
Bork. We have got a nice full crew in the house.
John's going to catch our replay. That's awesome. Hema is here. Right on. Emma. Hema and Emma. Look at that.
Brian Sakowitz, keep on moving. Hema, I think she was applauding the change. Hema, were you applauding the change
Yes.
or were you applauding staying in the same space? I'm curious.
These
to
are
know.
good questions to have. By the way, today's show, Elf. How one easy rule can make you more money, more fit, and completely enhance your life. It's going to be a barn burner. That's like my favorite expression.
You say that all the time. I don't even know what
I
that
say it all the
means.
time because our show is always a barn burner.
What does a barn burner mean?
It's like it's on fire. It's like this big, massive, colossal ignition of epicness.
Wouldn't a barn burning down be a bad thing?
It's not a barn burning down. It's a barn burner.
It's like the absolute like the ignition of
Right.
a barn because it's all wood. It goes up in flames.
Right.
We're gonna go up in flames, people.
Right.
Can
Tiffany's here. Jennifer Ann Scott is here. I love her.
Hi, Jennifer.
Yes.
Somebody, Zoe Olive is in the house.
Nice. Good morning, Olive.
Thanks. Good morning, Olive, and thank you for the compliments on my headband.
Absolutely. And I love that name, by the way, Olive.
Me too.
Hi,
Me as
Olive.
well.
Yay, I'm listening. Yay, Jennifer Ann Scott. Tiffany, the funny one, is here. For anyone who was here Friday, our fur baby did great in surgery and is recovering fine. Oh, that's beautiful, John. I love that.
I love it when the crew keeps us up to date on what's going on in their world. You know, that makes me a happy person.
Michelle Adams, barn burner, she describes it well. Inferno.
There you go.
But not the crazy freaks from the books and the movies, Inferno, who want to do a mass plague on the world.
Right.
Not that kind of Inferno.
Right.
The other kind of Inferno.
Yes, exactly.
You got to qualify.
Hello, Cindy Roberts, and welcome to
Yes.
the show. Cindy, if this is your first time joining us, or the first time chiming in with your name,
Yeah.
where are you from? And
Where
how
are
did
you
find
right
us?
now?
I'm curious.
How did you find us? Good morning, Caitlin Graham, Muna, Brianna, Callie Nicole. Oh my God, it's so awesome here.
First of all, who am I? Putting my hand up.
You are Jennifer Ann Scott.
I'm Jennifer Ann Scott. She does that, but I actually put my hand up for a reason.
Yes.
I want 30 seconds. So I wanted to just say this. Yesterday was Mother's Day, but apparently a lot of people thought Saturday was Mother's Day too.
Everybody thought that.
Because there was a lot of Mother's Day stuff going on.
Maybe it's a different thing in different parts of the world. Is that possible?
Well, I know in England it's a different time of month. I think it's in April, to be honest with you.
In like the UK?
Yeah,
Okay.
in the UK.
Yeah.
But I wanted to just say, because I didn't get the chance to talk to my mommy yesterday.
Yes, me
and
neither.
I'm going to talk to her today, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to wish my mother a happy Mother's Day live. And I want to tell you guys what the most most impressive thing about my mother is.
I love the topic.
So here's the most impressive thing about my mother. And my mom would sit here and she would admit to all of this, okay? Mm-hmm. My mom raised me very vocally. So what I mean, like, she was very vocal, she was the one who ingrained in me, like, I don't care what you do, just be happy doing it.
Yes.
Never give up. Like, my mom used that language all the time. And, you know, she would even say to me as a child, like, she'd say, you know, don't do what I did, because I let some of the dreams that I had go.
Yes.
And I don't want you to do that for your life. So always
Your mom is awesome like that.
You know,
yes.
And, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, we always say about parenting, actions speak louder than words, except for in the case of my mom.
Yeah.
Because my mom's words were so powerful, and they have formed so much of who I am nowadays, because I hear my mom's, you know, words echoing in my head all the time.
I agree.
I just wanted to say thank you for that, Mommy.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a Mother's Day homage as well.
I think that's a great idea.
However, Sydney Roberts is from Van Leek Hill, Ontario.
Van Leek Hill, nice.
I'm from Toronto. I don't know where Van Leek Hill is.
I play soccer in Van Leek Hill.
That's
near
really
Hawkesbury.
cool.
It's just over the Quebec border.
I'm from Toronto.
Yeah.
Connie, Mother Nature's here. Mwah. Sassy Pants has something exciting to announce. She's working on her first sign language project. I love that.
Oh, I love it.
Papa Drabs is here. And Cindy Harkey is at work, and she's going to try and listen hard. This is a good show to listen to, Cindy, trust me. Carl McPhee is here. Megan Crutchley is here. This is awesome. Neil McDonald is here. Now, here is my mom. Mm-hmm. An homage to my mom, right? My mom, tough as nails Irish lady. Mm-hmm. She doesn't take shit from anyone. Right. I mean anyone. And if you want it, here's a great story about my mom, okay? I was about 5, maybe 6 years old. I think I've told you this before.
Okay.
5, 6 years old, okay? I'm at home with my parents. They still live in the house I was raised in. Mm-hmm. My dad is there. My older brother Mike is there. If I'm 5 or 6, he's 9 or 10. Mm-hmm. My mom's there, okay? My oldest brother Alan, who now is at this point about maybe 21, 22, he comes in at around 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, okay? And we're all just kind of watching TV. There weren't a lot of rules on Saturday in my house. I could stay up late if I wanted to. He comes in, he says, hey, Mom, your boyfriend's on the lawn outside.
Oh, my gosh, I love this story.
Right? Your boyfriend's on the lawn outside. And so we all just kind of look out the window, and there's a man who we don't know lying face up on the front lawn. Mm. And so my dad goes into Papa Bear mode. He's like, Brian, Mike, you guys get back. Right? You guys get back. This guy could be dangerous. It could be a criminal. Alan, who's 21, 22 years old, you go upstairs and get the broom. You and me are going to go out and poke this guy and see if he's okay and if he's dangerous. Right? Mom, Margaret, that's my mom's name. My dad's talking. You go into the kitchen. You get the phone ready. We're going to call 911. Now, my dad's barking out these instructions for like 45 seconds, right? So in those 45 seconds, apparently my mom slipped out of the house. No one saw her leave. Okay? And all of a sudden, this is what we all hear from the front of our house. Hey! Get the fuck off my lawn! And we all look outside. My dad is protecting all the bear cubs, sending my mom into the kitchen to go call 911. My mom, in her house coat and pink fuzzy slippers, walks outside and starts kicking this guy. And this is what
That's some good Irish blood right there.
Right? She starts kicking this guy. She goes, hey, get the fuck off my lawn. Here's my favorite part. You're scaring my kids and my husband. You're scaring my kids and my husband. That's my mom.
Oh, happy
Mom's Day, Mommy.
To Brian's mom and my mom and all the other moms
Absolutely.
out there. And I really want to just take the last minute to give a shout out to Caitlin Graham. An update on William. For those of you who don't know, had a surgery on his heart. The surgery went well. He has had a small blood clot, so he's on some blood thinner for the next 6 weeks, but he's doing great.
Grateful.
Big love to you, Caitlin.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you updating us on that.
The whole Graham clan. Today's show, Elf. How one easy rule can make you more money, more fit, and completely enhance your life. We get rolling in about 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
Is that our counter?
That is our counter. We actually get rolling in about 34 seconds.
Okay, so it's not this counter, it's that counter.
That's right.
So many counters.
There's a little delay that goes on.
Cameras, lights, monitors, counters everywhere. I'm not that smart a man.
And we're jacked today on equipment. We have double the equipment because of the location we're in, so we needed some lighting. So Loria would be proud.
Yes, and Cindy, yes, that is a strong mom. My mom is certifiably crazy. To this day, she's 80 years old. I still wouldn't piss her off because she's going to hit me.
Yeah.
Fact.
Right?
Fact.
My mom's just going to put me in the corner.
We are 5 seconds down to get going. So, hey, crew, you ready? Let's eliminate your limits. Welcome to Brian and Carrie in the Morning. We are live from the absolutely gorgeous Mount Tremblant, Quebec, where we're live 5 mornings a week, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Tell all your friends.
Lucky us.
Right? But we get rolling in our pre-show at 9:50, and that's when you should come because all the fun, including stories about our moms, happen in that pre-show. Today's show is all about ELF, how one easy rule can make you more money, more fit, and entirely enhance your life. We're going to teach you what ELF is, dissect it, and show you how we have applied it to so many aspects of our life. So if you know we're going to earn it, we always do. This is my second request. Let's get this shared out into your news feeds right now. And as we start every single Brian and Carrie in the Morning episode, where my crew at?
Crew. Brian was so fast. He was faster than me, but look at me. I did it.
Good job on the production there. I gotta separate time between Share-This and Crew at. I got you.
Only if I decide to put the bottom third up on
I like the bottom third. So I want to know if you guys are excited to learn about ELF. Now let me start by saying what ELF is, okay?
Yeah.
And then you tell the story of how we learned it.
Okay.
So ELF stands for easy, lucrative, and fun. Those three things. Now, when you hear lucrative, you automatically assume financial. Money. Right? But we talked about how to make more money, get more fit, increase your business, enhance your life, improve your relationships, enhance your parenting, all of it.
Yep.
So for the balance of this show, this is the definition I want you to carry for lucrative, okay? When we're talking about money, well, lucrative is money. Not entirely, though.
Sure.
Here's what I want you to consider. Tell me if this makes sense to you. Lucrative is a currency. Okay? So in our relationship, we have essentially qualified our relationship as ELF. Lucrative has got nothing to do with money exchanging hands.
Right.
It's got to do with fulfillment.
Absolutely.
Is the relationship we have and the way we pursue it and keep it, is it fulfilling to us? Because if it is, that's lucrative.
Yeah.
Is your best friend a constant drain on your time and energy, always complaining and always pulling you down with them? That's not a lucrative relationship. Right? So think of lucrative as a currency that doesn't only apply to money.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
so my definition.
You know what? So, I mean, this is so powerful. Okay?
Yes.
And I know Brian just said that, but I want to say it again. Like, this will change your life if you allow it to.
It has
if
ours.
You allow it to, but it really has. So, just giving a little bit of backstory on where this concept of ELF came from, because it's not ours. And we would never sit on a show and be like, oh, we're going to talk to you about ELF
Look
and
how awesome
pretend
we are.
that we stole it. No,
Yes.
This is not our concept. This is the concept of the most amazing, brilliant marketer, Joe Polish.
Yes.
If you know or you've heard of Joe, can you please chime in? Just let us know.
Absolutely.
Because I'm always curious to know who here can reference the person we're talking about, right?
Yes.
But Joe is an amazing man, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about Joe in a second.
Love the guy.
But last year, Brian and I attended Genius Network, which is a big annual marketing event.
Yeah.
It's massive. Like, I think that there was something like 300-400 people in the room.
Probably more, because the room beside it had live stream only.
That's right.
It must have been close to 1,000.
That's right. So we attended this event last year, and it was life-changing, for multiple reasons.
Absolutely.
But it's really kind of funny because the most life-changing part of it was the airplane ride home. Right? And why is that? We received like a bunch of gifts, right? And one of the things that we received was an advanced copy of Joe's book, which I'm not even sure if it's out yet.
I'm not too sure either, actually.
You know, I read the whole book from the time we got on the airport to the time we got home.
In like 22 minutes, because this kid can read. Man. Fucking crazy.
And then I downloaded everything to Brian.
Yeah.
But the whole book was based on the concept of ELF, easy, lucrative, and fun marketing. And that was the framework for the entire book. And Brian and I were so connected to that we came home and we started calling that into our attention for, like Brian said, everything in our life.
Yeah.
Everything in our life.
I want to add something. You know, we are speaking in glowing terms about Joe Polish, and deservedly so. Not only is he an amazing marketer and an amazing teacher.
Right.
He's a beautiful man.
Yes.
He's just a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, you hear about these big name people in all different walks of industry and life, and you're often not sure what kind of human being they are.
Right.
Joe Polish is pristine. He's a lovely man, a wonderful leader.
It's why we attended Genius Network in the first
You know
place.
what? And we are blessed because we are going to Arizona this Wednesday. We're leaving Wednesday morning to we're speaking at Joe's next event, which is this weekend and this week in Arizona, which we're blessed and honored to do. I want to add something though. Sometimes you hear Carrie and I talk about this. We don't like to give the blueprint. We don't want to tell you this is how you make money. This is how you get fit. This is how you have a good relationship. You ever notice that we give overarching philosophy? We give rules and tenets and steps, right? And I'll be honest. All the marketers that I know who've become business coaches, who have like a 5-point plan and say, just do this, I don't trust them.
Right.
I don't trust them, and I've wasted my money on them.
Sure.
Because the way they made money is not the way we are going to make money.
Right.
I want a marketer who understands the game so well, they can distill what they know down to a philosophy. And that's what Joe's done.
Yes.
Direct mail, live stream, Facebook videos, Facebook ads, YouTube. There are a million ways to make money. Right? So Joe doesn't tell you do this. He says, whatever you do it under the flag of ELF.
Right.
That is a game changer.
Absolutely.
Hashtag Joe Polish game changer right now.
Somebody hashtag that.
Everybody hashtag that. Joe Polish game changer hashtag go.
Right? And
Yes.
so, can I ask you a question about all this?
Yeah, of course.
So, I would like to know for you, what is like your gauge, your personal gauge for if something is easy, lucrative, and fun?
You know what? Okay, yes. Sorry. I have to interrupt the proceedings.
Okay.
Because this is awesome. Carl McPhee. My daughter just said, I like this. I want to send a cascade of hearts.
Bring it on, honey.
Oh my God, I love her so much. I don't even know her name
Right,
yet.
can you remind us of her name, please?
Please, Carl. And also, let's get a cascade of hearts going.
Yes.
In honor of Carl's daughter, for no less.
Let's go, everybody.
Absolutely. And thank you for Lisa, Lee, Michelle, Muna, hashtag Joe Polish game changer. Tiffany, thank you. It's not a new shirt. I don't get new clothes.
But I'm with you, Tiffany.
But thank you.
Love this shirt on him.
Look at this cascade of hearts for
Way to go.
Carl's daughter. Okay, so your question to me. Oh, sorry. Darren Barrett's here.
Hello, Darren.
I want to say all right to Darren.
I
All right.
love Darren Barrett.
Go on. My bad.
Good morning, Jess Kresovich as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So I asked you a question. Do you remember what it was?
I don't.
I'll ask it again. So I wanted to know for you, when we're talking about the concept of ELF, what is your internal gauge barometer on if something is ELF or not?
Easy. Really simple. Wow. I just used the two words I was going to use to describe it. Honestly, though, there's three indicators I have. Okay, so if we wanted to get spiritual about this, philosophical, I'd say internal alignment. Okay, internal alignment to me means that the action that I'm doing in the outer world is simple. Nothing is challenging. I'm not overthinking. There are no obstacles, no barriers. I am simply attacking practical. Inside, it all feels right.
Nice.
That's, for me, the barometer of ELF.
Nice.
And you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's actually, to be honest with you, it's the same thing. And no big surprise there. Because when we have been making decisions in life, the decisions have been made, like, recently. And even if we track back, it's one of those things that, like, Joe put this, like, umbrella term to, I think, probably what we already knew and we already felt.
He gave you permission.
It was.
Yes.
It was a permission, and it took everything and put it in this, like, tiny little bubble. And I was like, okay, well, if it's not ELF, I'm not doing it, right?
Absolutely.
And the way for me that I always gauge that, very simply, like you said, is on how it feels. You know, and
100%.
I'm going to give a perfect example right now insofar as in business. Okay, so Brian and I pretty much, and we do everything together.
Yes.
And that includes in business, right?
Yes.
And there's some... You know, I started to recognize we have a weekly call with our Facebook ads guy.
Yeah.
Who is great.
He's beautiful.
Who I love him.
As a person and as a professional.
And I started to recognize about 4 weeks ago that I started to feel this like energy dip prior to getting on those calls.
Yeah.
And I wasn't looking forward to them. And I knew it was nothing to do with our Facebook ads guy.
No, he's great.
But what I was able to deduce was that those calls were not ELF for me.
Right.
It was a frame of thinking that Brian, like, he's just like, bow, 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 bow.
Sure.
And I was actually slowing the process down because I was asking these qualifying questions that really didn't matter in the moment.
Agreed.
Right? So for me,
Logistically,
it was a feeling.
Absolutely. Want to say shout out to Michael Hetke. Welcome, my friend. Carl says Haley said it. And her twin Kira is who we saw in the photo.
Well,
Bless
hi,
you.
Haley and Kira.
Bless you both, guys. Angela Funning shared it as always. Thank you so much, Angela. I love her energy.
I want to say welcome back, Angela.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
been
she's
some
a
time.
yes,
Yeah. I also want to add, let's cue that up right now. We are already earning it. I think we're already earning it. And so we want to get this shared out. We're going to start to disseminate ELF as it relates to money, business, relationships, self-love, fitness, all of it. So let's get this shared out right now, please and thank you. Now, Having said that, let me start talking about examples.
Yes, let's do it.
Because I'm thinking about Lee Patterson, who may or may not be a business owner.
Yeah.
Right? May or may not be inspired by money. I'm thinking about Michael Hedke, who right now is an employee. He perhaps wants to become a business owner. I'm thinking about Lynette. I'm thinking about a lot of people, Tiffany, on this call. Where does ELF apply to them? Well, let me look at it this way, or let me have you look at it this way. Easy, lucrative, and fun. And Megan Crutchley said it a few minutes ago. When people, coaches, mentors, they box you in, they start to make you feel inadequate.
Right.
Okay? So fitness is like that. Right? The CrossFitters are maniacal about CrossFitter.
Right.
The powerlifters are maniacal about powerlifting. The bodybuilders, the fitness competitors, the Zumba. You know what the weird thing is? They all fight.
Right.
Zumba's the best. Zumba's dumb. CrossFit's the best. CrossFit's dumb. They all fight with each other. But here, ELF, what do you like to do? Is it easy for you to get to the gym because Zumba's what you like?
Right.
Is it easy for you to get to the gym because CrossFit's what you like? Lucrative. Is it a fulfilling atmosphere? Is it a fulfilling spiritual context for you to train in that capacity, right? Is it fun? Do you enjoy it? Those are the barometers that matter. Yeah. And I worked in the fitness industry for 20 years. So I wanted to shout at every fitness pro I ever heard talking shit about Zumba or CrossFit, right? Can we get 5% of our world's population is active on a regular basis? That's not enough.
Right.
That's not enough. So what do we do as safeguards of the fitness industry? We fight over whose methods are better.
Because that helps.
Because when the older lady who hasn't been active in 30 years sees Zumba and thinks, wow, I enjoy dancing, I'm going to go try that. But then she goes on Facebook and sees a bunch of fucking clowns making fun of Zumba. You just made her feel inadequate.
Right.
How about we applaud people for moving?
Yeah.
Whatever is ELF for them is ELF for them. What's the best exercise to do? The one you're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but I mean, that was fitness. I can apply that to relationships.
Anything. And
we will.
Yeah.
Right? Are you guys feeling me on that whole like fitness thing?
Yeah, I want to ask if you...
Are you guys feeling that? Why the fuck do fit pros make fun of each other?
Right.
How small-minded and narcissistic and insecure do you really have to be to post on social media that Zumba sucks? Right. I think Zumba is fucking great.
Yeah.
I think if someone wants to fucking move and dance, it's great. It's not for me, but it's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, you guys feeling me on that?
I want to know, by the way, because we're talking about it, let's help you identify for yourself in each one of these categories.
Yes.
Easy, lucrative, and fun for you. You know, depending on what you're doing now, what is easy, lucrative, and fun in exercise and physical activity for you?
Right.
You know, we have a dear friend, Jamie. And I love that she knows this about herself.
She knows herself,
okay?
right.
Because Jamie and Scott they're crewmates. You guys recognize them, I'm sure.
Yeah,
they were over for dinner this Saturday evening, and we started talking about training and exercise, and like Jamie was just like, she goes, I hate the gym.
Yeah.
Like she can't stand the gym, and she owns it. She doesn't feel like she has to make excuses for it.
Yep.
But like she walked in the door, and I don't know what I said to her, and she was like, yeah, I was on like a 65-kilometer bike ride this morning. Like, does it really, like, is there really only one way to get what you want in physical activity and physical health and fitness, or is there your way and make your way ELF-based?
I love that. And I want to say, Helgi, who's with us from Iceland right now, I love Helgi.
We've got love for Helgi.
He says amen. His whole platform with his play program is that physical fitness should be fun. That's all it should be. It should be nothing but fun. And I love that. We got people chiming in. Aaron Johnson, Dr. Ryan Wolfert says, love this. Cecily Casey says, that really bothers me about this profession. I agree with you. Megan, a fitness pro, agrees with us. So does Neil McDonald. I mean, you guys are there. You're there with us. And I'm thankful right now that Helgi in particular is here right now.
I love Helgi.
We're kicking this ass, aren't we?
Yeah, we
Let's share this out today.
Let's do it. I have a little bit of a treat that's going to come up at the end on this whole topic of ELF.
Oh, I'm very excited.
To share.
I don't even know what the treat is. Good morning, Steve Montefinesse.
Can I bring ELF? Who would like to hear about ELF insofar as parenting? Because I would like to talk about that. But I'm going to wait for you to say, bring it on, Carrie. I
want to have that as a hashtag. I want Brian Sackwich to lead the charge on that. Hashtag, bring it on, Carrie.
Let's go. I'm waiting.
Yes. And until we... I have...
Did you spit?
I have got spit all over my paper.
Has anybody seen Brian spit?
I want to know, because now I feel a little insecure about that.
So, there's nothing...
Have I been spitting the whole time?
Sometimes you spit on me.
Yeah, but you like that. Oh my God! Right before the crew, we just got all saucy.
So we have some bring it on, Carrie. Okay.
Yes,
so
right on.
I think that
Well done, Brian.
more than you could possibly imagine, Elf has got to come into parenting. Now,
Yes.
if you're a parent, can you relate to the absolute frustration of, number one, having 2,500 rules of your household that you are all supposed to somehow remember? You have so many rules in your house that you don't even remember the rules, so you can't remember if your kids infracted on the rules. Can anybody relate to that?
You know what? I don't want to interrupt your
You're
flow.
going to tell the story.
Yeah, can I?
He's going to tell
This
the story.
timing is great. Now, understand, I did not invent Elf for parenting in this household. It's something we came to together, right? But you got to remember, I was a bachelor in Chicago when we got together.
Mm-hmm.
I had not been around kids for years upon years upon years, right? Within 2 days of moving into this house, Chase was a little shithead 5-year-old.
Shit disturber,
He
that's
really
what he
was, right? But one time I watched from across the room. It was the funniest fucking thing I ever saw, okay? I'm not going to be able to do it justice. But Chase had fucked up a number of ways. And this is what I saw and heard. Chase, this is Carrie talking to her son. Chase, first, you don't.
I think he's over
Okay,
that.
now, as soon as that all got out of her mouth, this is what she said. Now you repeat to me what I just told you. And I'm standing 20 feet away going, I don't remember what the fuck she just said.
What did Chase say?
Chase, he said, you want me to repeat all of it? Exactly like that.
So that was
Anyways, what a great, but how many households can,
Right.
do you not resonate with
Yeah,
that?
of course. So it wasn't easy, lucrative, or fun.
Right.
Because let's face it, that was not easy because Chase did not remember it. That was not lucrative because the return on investment for me was that he did nothing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't fun because it was a
Great
tense
point.
environment, right? So that's just the first example that comes to mind with regards to, our kids with rules and so on and so forth. But I'm going to add to that, okay? Because I think that there's merit to painting this one out because parenting, everything in life can be stressful, but I think parenting for a lot of people is one of those things where we pull our hair out a little bit, right?
Yeah, sure.
And repetition is kind of the thing that I'm thinking of. You tell your kids not to do something or what to do 25 times and they still do it 5 seconds after you've already told them to do it.
Right.
And you're sitting
Guilty.
there scratching your head being like,
Yep.
I just told you not to do that. And now you're doing it, right?
Yep.
So there's so much resistance in families of this negative energy, and there's always kind of this disgruntled environment. Not always, but there's a lot of it, right?
Yes.
And so we, a long time ago, we decided that we didn't want to have resistant energy with our kids. We recognized that it wasn't flowing, and now we recognize it was an elf. Now we're able to look back and go, there was nothing easy about it, right? So I'm going to just say, I'm going to give you two of the easy strategies we developed.
Yep.
Really simply. Number one, we refer to it as our house 3.
House 3.
Our house 3 are the top 3 rules in our household. You are always honest, you work hard, and you're respectful.
Always.
And we recognize that covered everything.
Well, I mean, or we could fit everything into one of those categories,
Absolutely.
basically, right?
The kids pee on the toilet seat. Well, that might seem like it has to be a rule of its own.
Fuck.
Especially if you live in Brian's
No,
house.
because that's not fucking respectful. To
But there
put
you
urine
go,
all
right?
over the fucking
So
toilet
you're
seat.
able to frame it, and it becomes easy for the kids. And you know what? It's fun.
It is.
Because you're able to go you know what? What's the house 3?
Yeah.
Ba, 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 boom, done. It's fun.
Yeah.
Right? So that's number 1.
Yes.
And number 2 is the concept of team.
Yes.
In our house, as opposed to talking about, okay, it's mommy has to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to remember this. We developed this concept of a team a long time ago, and like any team, we all have our roles on this team.
Sure.
And when the catcher on a baseball team doesn't do his job, the game doesn't go the way you want it to.
I'm loving the sport analogy you just pulled out of your ass there. Well done, you.
So we're like a baseball team. We all have our respective jobs to do, which is abiding by the house 3, which means we also have to do that. And in the end, it yields amazing kids.
It really does.
Those are the 2 core things that we developed that have,
Well,
kind of built what we've got.
And maybe more than amazing kids, an amazing atmosphere as a family.
Yeah.
Right? Look, our kids are not angels. No kids are angels. But understand, kids are learning, they're growing, they're developing, they're pushing boundaries. Would you want your kids not to do that?
Right.
Would you want your kids not to learn to push boundaries and discover and see how far they can take things? That's what I want my kids to do.
Exactly.
But I don't want to either every single day have the feeling that I'm about to throw one of these fuckers out the window. Right? I don't want to have that feeling every day. So we have a team concept. What's so funny?
keep going. I'm going to get to it.
No, but we have a team concept where we can say to Chase, who is every bit a 14-year-old teenager, and Maya, who is every bit, all of the bits,
pre-hormonal,
a hormonal young woman. Oh my God. But we can talk to, okay, we don't have to do, and this, we can just say, dude, that's not respectful.
Yeah.
That's not respectful. That's not your part of the team. That's not cool by us.
Yeah.
We can say, like, be honest, Chase. Like, you don't lie to us. Yeah. But you know, can I add one more thing? You know what we've set ourselves up for? I want to be smart when I say this, because if anyone said easy teenage years, you're an idiot. Easier.
Yeah, of course.
Easier.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm framing this so properly because I realized that, like, I'm not going to disclose a lot of stuff about our kids at this moment on this realm. But, like, when the time comes to have intimacy and even sex. Heaven forbid teenagers are going to have sex, right? We already know that our kids are talking to us. We already know. There's an amazing trust, an amazing camaraderie, an amazing team network. And that allows us to be leaders without fear. They have fear of being authoritatively, overlorded.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I mean, it
right?
Makes
so
sense.
there is ELF for parenting.
Yeah. And
easy, lucrative, and fun. The lucrative part is that it's fulfilling. It's everybody gets along well in this house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Because we have time, I'm going to paint that out a little bit further.
Sure.
But, I was laughing because
I love that, Elisa. Our umbrella is love first.
I'm laughing because Olive chimed in and said that was definitely the F word, Brian. But then I started laughing even more because I'm telling you right now, all the crew kids who are watching this are probably looking at their parents with these like puppy dog eyes of, can we please be easy, lucrative, and fun at home, mommy and daddy? Like, you know it, right?
My apologies, Olive. I am so sorry for offending your little ears. I did not mean to.
I'm not sure you offended Olive's ears.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, but I think that's very
I'm just making sure.
I want to say this because everything takes practice and everything takes repetition.
Yes, it
and
does.
we are the first people to say, especially in the
things are falling over here beside me.
Especially in the mindset realm, that if we stop practicing it, our mindset falls, right?
Absolutely.
The same thing for parenting. I think we need to embrace the fact that we don't do one thing one time and have it perfect, right? So that means as our kids grow, ELF has to expand with them.
Yes.
And Brian just made the reference point of our kids being teenagers. Like, look, you guys can look at it any way you want to. Kids are teenagers. Their bodies are changing. Hormones are real. And there is...
Are they ever?
There is a lobotomy that goes on. Or, in our case, sometimes a water fountain of tears that gets turned on.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
And this was not more than a couple of weeks ago. Where, and I'm going to just say Maya's going through, she's a young woman. She's, so she's in her puberty phase. She's going through hormonal growth, right?
Is she ever?
And she's like her mom. So she cries.
Yes.
A lot. You know what? There's no bigger wake-up call, by the way, than watching your daughter go through it, and you're like, man, that's me, right? Anyways,
I can imagine, yeah.
But I recognized, and then we had this amazing conversation together, that we were not handling it in an ELF way.
We weren't.
At the beginning, right? Because it was new to us. It's not a failed parenting. You always have to have your barometer on.
Parenting doesn't come with a handbook.
Right? And so we, in a heartbeat, we recognized that we were spending more time telling her what not to do than actually telling her what she should be doing.
There you go.
So, you can't talk like that. You can't do this. You can't do that. We flipped it all around. We created an inspiration statement for her, Magical Maya, and this is what she's like. It changed in a heartbeat.
It really did,
so
though.
It's a constant assessment.
It really is. We're underscoring that whole inspiration statement, Magical Maya.
Yeah.
This kid learned.
I thought I was being long-winded.
Not at all. This kid learned to change her mood, even in spite of hormones, immediately.
Yeah.
Right? I love what you just put up there. Guys, we are earning a living shit out of this, so we want 60 shares today. 60 shares. Brian Sakowicz, the share police, is with us right now. He's going to inform us how many shares we got because we can't tell with these monitors. $45 gazillion worth of fucking equipment here, and I can't see my fucking shares. Oh, Olive, by the way, Zoe said I did not offend her. She adores us.
Aww.
Olive, I'm going to give you a big high five and a hug one day.
I want to do something special for our crew kids soon.
It's going to be a crew kid kind of year. We're going to do something awesome.
We should do like a crew kid special 1 week.
Yeah. Oh,
and talk specifically
nice.
to crew kids, how they can do the stuff that we teach by themselves.
Absolutely. By the way, Angie Olsen is here.
Welcome, Angie Olsen.
Right. Brian Sakowicz says we are at 41. Dr. Mark Testa is here now as well.
Welcome, Mark.
We have already asked for 60. Can we put that banner up again?
We can.
60, guys.
Because I've got...
Kelly Nicole says 42. Caitlin says 43. You guys are awesome. Let's get to 60. Let's get to 60 today.
Let's do it.
I also want to add something. As I said at the beginning of the show, we're going to Arizona on Wednesday.
We are.
We are speaking at Joe Polish's next Genius Network events because you and I are geniuses. But can I tell you guys a surprise? We've lined up some cool guests.
We have.
We are actually running Brian and Carrie in the morning from Arizona
because of the time difference.
at our usual time.
Yeah.
And we'll explain it. We're staying in a very luscious place while we're there, and we're actually going to have some housemates.
Yes.
But these are some pretty amazing people.
Yeah,
like
we're
really
so thrilled to be
amazing
doing this.
people. So we're going to have them as guests on Thursday and Friday for Brian and Carrie in the morning. Who's excited?
Yeah, you know what?
I want a cascade of hearts for that
I'm
one.
really excited about this because, obviously, we're all about eliminating your limits. And I think sometimes one of the most amazing things is to listen to other people talk about their own limits that they've had and how they eliminated them in order to find success.
Absolutely.
So our happiness, depending on what it is.
Connie Mother Nature says where in Arizona? We'll be in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
North Scottsdale.
Paradise Valley, actually.
Yeah, so it's Camelback. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Camelback.
That's a mountain.
Oh, I don't know. I'm from Canada.
We're going to be where it's hot.
Yes. Let me keep going with the elf concept. That was smooth, eh? That was smooth. Let me keep going with the elf concept. So we've done fitness.
Yes.
Okay, we've talked about it. What's easy for you? What is lucrative? The currency of fulfillment. What is it for you?
Yeah.
What's fun for you? If Zumba's your thing, do it. If CrossFit's your thing, do it. If powerlifting's your thing, do it. If Helgi from Iceland, if his play model is your thing, do that. Right? But do it. Enjoy it and stop bitching at other people for what you think they're doing wrong. Right. Now we've talked about parenting, the dynamics, the evolution of having some basic tenets that you and your kids live by that are repeatable, they're reproducible, virtually everything, even your kids peeing on the toilet. It fits into these three categories of always be honest, be respectful, and work hard. Yeah. It talks about the team concept, but you outlined it beautifully. As Maya has matured into a hormonal young woman, we are evolving with her.
Of course.
And we're still using ELF from a parenting perspective. Yep. Let's talk. Let's do business after. Let's do relationships right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you kick us off. You're going to kick us off by me asking you a question. I just decided. Your question is, you ready?
I'm ready.
What did we do, right, you and I? Because we have been very honest and vocal and real about the challenges we had in our relationship early on. Those challenges no longer exist, right? But ELF is part of the reason. And we didn't call it ELF then because this predates Joe Polish. Absolutely. So basically, Joe took our concept. That's what I think the over-under is.
I think it makes Joe more of the genius because he marketed it and put it into a box.
Marketed it is hard to say.
Marketed it.
Anyways, what did we do 6-7 years ago that was ELF-oriented that really changed our relationship? And this, by the way, is interpersonal relationships like spousal, friends, neighbors. This is all relationships, right? Am I putting you on the spot with the tough one?
No. You know, the thing is like there's a lot of things, to be honest with you. So I'm trying to pick the one that for me was the most powerful in kind of creating some change, right? Because, we always recognized when we were not in a good feeling place, right? We always knew that when there was a disconnect or there was frustration or resistance, right?
Yes, we did.
That didn't stop us from getting into that place at all, right? So I think for me, the biggest thing that we did that was ELF-based was we really called ourselves on our own bullshit. Yep. And we invoked kind of this rule based on the actual understanding of mindset that we have. Yeah. Which, seems kind of like duh. Right. But let me explain to you exactly what I'm talking about. So in a relationship, how many times have you found yourself in a situation where you're both flared into bow nature, aka ego, and you're back and forthing it. Yep. Right? So it's like, no, that's not what I said. But you know what? No, this is what you said. And it becomes this he said, she said of like this absolute ridiculous, and then like it could go for 3 hours and then it could turn into like 3 days because somebody needs to be right.
And where it ends is never where it started.
Never.
It started with a stupid misunderstanding about a pen. And then 3 hours later, you're talking about how, you fucked up my life somehow
Right?
based on something that had nothing to do with the fucking bed.
Exactly. So I think one of the things that we recognized was we pulled on our science of the understanding of memory.
Yep.
That memory
Good point.
is really fallible, and we had all kinds of scientific proof to that.
Sure.
But that the really and truly going back to any experience in our past and trying to have memory based on being reactive was likely completely inaccurate.
Yes.
And so we recognized that if it was inaccurate, what the hell were we doing? What were we doing in even a 5-minute dialogue of that's not what happened, because we were wasting our life sitting there. So we decided to stop that. We put this kind of, we laughed at it. We recognized like this is ridiculous.
Yep.
And that we put the job on each other to wave the flag of like, this is silly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was the fun part of it.
I agree with that. I also want to add like a take on this for like friends and neighbors. You know, we've talked about the fact that Scott and Jamie come over to our house and we go to theirs. You know, most Saturdays when everybody's available. And we cook dinner. Like, you know, they were here on Saturday this week and we prepared appetizers and dinner and they brought wine and dessert. And vice versa. When we go there, they prepare dinner. We bring wine and appetizers, right? So it's a really nice exchange. But you know, to know Carrie and I, you know us well.
I do.
we love everybody, but I really don't want everybody in my fucking space.
Sure.
Right?
Sure,
like,
sure.
no, but truly, I'm a natural introvert. And if you've ever read the definitions of what an introvert is, because people see me on this show or when I'm on stage, they're like, that guy's not a fucking introvert. He's a complete extrovert.
Yeah.
But introvert doesn't mean shy.
Exactly.
Extrovert doesn't mean life of the party. They are mischaracterized in our society, right? I'm an introvert for one reason. The standing definition of introvert versus extrovert is when do you regain space? When do you regain energy? Or in what context or in what atmosphere?
Right.
I will do this all day long. I will go to conferences and I'll speak and I'll shake hands and I'll take pictures and I'll be around people. But rest assured, at some point during that conference, I got to go.
Yeah.
I need to breathe. I need to regain energy away from people. On a Saturday night after a nice long week, I want to be with my family, and that's about it. Right? So that's what an introvert is. Where do you regain energy? Extroverts love to go out.
Yeah.
They love to regain energy from and with other people. That's the only real definition of merit.
You can't really relate to the one or the other if you're
No.
not. And people try and do that.
To me, extroverts are damn near ridiculous. I'm like, how the fuck? You want to go out to a fucking bar? Like, I have extrovert friends before we were together, and it was a Saturday night, and I'd be nice and bagged. I'm like, oh, nice, I'm going to bottle of wine and some dinner and just my fucking whatever. And hey, you want to go out clubbing? And I'd get like, what the fuck do I want to go out clubbing for? Are you insane? Like, I couldn't relate, right? But the whole point of all that is Jamie and Scott mesh our energy.
Right.
They match it. They're not challenging energetically for me. Who has friends out there? And you don't have to say who they are. You can just like type me. Who's got friends or family members that when you're around them, you feel more tired?
Right.
You just feel energy coming out of you.
Yeah.
Me. Yeah. You're getting like, it's like they're leeching energy away, right? So that is where we put the context of ELF as well. If the relationship is not easy, if it's not lucrative in the currency of fulfilling, and it's not fun, well, I can tell you we're friends with you, but it doesn't mean I want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Right? But okay, so there are a lot of me's going on here now. How about this one? You ready for this one? Okay. Who out there has a relationship or a friendship with somebody, a friend, a neighbor, a family member, that the entire communication portal of that relationship is dependent on you?
Oh my gosh.
If you don't message them, call them, text them, you never hear from them. Unless they need something.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not making that person a bad person.
And then you get in trouble for it.
And then you get in shit sometimes, right? But to me, that is not an ELF relationship.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yes.
So my best friend in the entire world is a beautiful woman named Liz Edmonds. Right?
Yeah.
She's been my best friend since we were 12. She was the best man at my first wedding.
She's awesome.
She's lovely. I'm 43. We've been best friends since we were 12. I have not talked to Liz for a year. If she showed up at the door right now, I'd let her in and she could hang out here for 2 weeks if she wanted to. Yeah. Liz is an easy relationship for me. It's lucrative because I love being around her and she's fun as fuck. Yeah. That's an ELF relationship. Yeah. Your whole life. Are you picking this up? Your whole life. Fitness, friends, relationships, parenting. we'll get to business in a second. Your whole life should be elf.
Absolutely.
And you should barometrize it. Is that a word?
It is now.
You should barometrize it that way. Yeah. If someone, it doesn't feel easy, fulfilling, and fun, then change it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Change it.
Absolutely. First of all, everybody's chiming in with a me. And welcome, Ryan Carr.
What's up, Ryan Carr?
I was going to do a little ditty for you and sing for you because he's a musician.
He's a great musician.
I had nothing. So we're not going to do that.
Absolutely.
I'm going to parlay this into business.
Yeah,
off
please.
the relationship aspect of it. Because, so how many people who are watching right now who are in business or, entrepreneur or, at a job have been told how absolutely imperative it is to network your way to the top?
Yes.
How many of you have heard that? Network. You've got to network.
Everybody's heard that.
I'm going to pause for a second because I want to hear people chime in on that. Okay?
Yes. I love Neil McDonald, by the way. Hashtag the elf life.
The elf life, right? So
Jeff Patton is here. No one needs that.
Bonjour, Jeff. So, yeah, there you go, Brian Sakowitz. Okay, so I want to say this. First of all, I don't call it networking because I really what it is building relationships for me. That's number one. But number two, this is a concept that I don't think everybody in business does. Yeah. But I only build relationships in business, so aka networking, if it is elf for me.
Absolutely.
There are so many people who we've come across in the years of being in business together who are quote unquote great networking potential. But, after a few communications with them, something just doesn't jive. Whether it's an energy thing or whatever, I will not try and continue to build that. You know why for me? Because it feels inauthentic for me.
Right.
It feels inauthentic to me. It becomes not easy. It is not lucrative because I'm not bringing good energy to it. It's not
fulfilling.
And it's not fun.
Absolutely.
The people who hear from me on a regular basis hear from me because I love them. And I want to talk to them.
100%.
Not because I'm looking to get something out of them.
Great comment from Angelo Pisano, who I don't recognize your name. Angelo, if this is your first comment with us, let us know how you heard about Brian and Carrie in the morning or where you are in the world. Relationship capital. That's a beautiful term. Yeah. Relationships.
Absolutely.
Not networking.
It makes me...
Relationships. Because if the context is relationships, you automatically want it to be elf.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And I can sniff that shit.
Yeah.
We all can. When you message me and all you really want is something from me, I can tell. Mm-hmm. You're coming off like a networking idiot.
Yeah.
And this is what I always say. Why do you make me press delete on your message? You're forcing me to. So everybody who messages me networking things, well, they can all go have a party and say, well, that guy, Brian Grasso, he's an asshole. He thinks he's untouchable. He won't even return a message. I won't return your message because you're making me delete it. Yep. You're treating me like a stepping stone. Mm-hmm. You're treating me like I have something you want or need.
Yep.
I have an amazing network, business-wise, worldwide, that I've cultivated for 20 years, and they're all friends. Yeah. I have friends who are in business collaboratively, jointly.
There's a concept.
Really? So relationship capital, beautiful.
Elsie Lonas asked us a question. I'm actually going to address it because I think the answer is very interesting based on what we just talked about. The 5 people who we hang around the most. Yeah. Well, my 5 people are Brian, Chase, Maya, Jamie, and Scott.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's my 5 people. And then really quickly also asked, my influences is such a broad, there's so many influences, right? But outside of those people, my influences in terms of the people who I connect with regularly are actually, it would be Joe Polish. Yep. It would be Michael Fishman, who's a dear friend of ours and a brilliant businessman. And his lovely fiance, Elaine Glass, because connecting with her makes me feel good. Yeah. So I do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. My 5 are, well, it's taken up by 3 with you and the kids, but on purpose. Like, that's not because you're my wife and those are my kids, so I got to see you fucking people every single day. That's who I want to be around. Scott and Jamie are right there, so there is my 5 right there. But I would agree, Joe Polish, Michael Fishman, Jason Devonshire.
Jason Phillips as well.
Jason Phillips. Yeah. These are people we have, Michael Salvietti, these are people we have immense respect for and absolutely adore as human beings. Yep. They just happen to be really fucking great at what they do as Facebook ad specialists, chief operating officers, nutrition and training. So
Gloria Petrucci.
She is without question in my top 5.
And what you might have noticed this, okay? That everybody we just listed are in far as business are the people who we're involved with in our business relationships right now.
Absolutely.
And that's not like it's not happenstance that those are the people who we listed. Like, we didn't list those people on purpose. Those people are in business with us on purpose.
Right.
Right? That was a selected choice.
I want to say this. Lori Petrucci's watching right now. She may or may not be the best live streaming pro specialist in the entire world. I happen to think she is. But if she wasn't, we jive with her.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful soul.
Yes.
I feel the care that she has for our business come through her. Mm-hmm. Right? So maybe there's 2 or 3 people better than Loria. I doubt it. But maybe.
Yep. They're
still my distant choices.
Yeah.
That is how we garner everything.
Yes.
Is this relationship elf?
Yep.
Therefore, it works.
I agree.
So let me finish off the business angle with one more thing.
Beautiful.
But before I do, we have beat the shit out of this episode today. Mm-hmm. Let's get us over 60.
Let's do it, people!
Let's get us over 60. Elsie Lonis,
he's moving to Canada.
You are welcome to put your boots underneath our table any day of the week, my brother.
I've never heard that term even one time.
It's a Southern thing.
That's great. I want to go to the South. Can we go to the South?
Absolutely, we can. Absolutely. So let's get these shares out. Let's get a cascade of hearts flowing right now as we bring this home by finishing Elf for Business. Are you ready? Here we go. Facebook ads. You need to do Facebook ads. No, wait. YouTube videos. You need to do YouTube videos. You got to maximize your YouTube channel. Well, wait. Mm-hmm. Instagram. You got to be on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, you're going to kill it. No, wait. Gary Vaynerchuk said the Snapchat's the thing. Snapchat. You got to do Snapchat. No, wait. You guys picking up what I'm laying down? Every entrepreneur knows that. It's called squirrel ADD. We all have it.
Right.
Every single one of us have it. Okay? You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to hire that guy. You got to hire that girl. You got to do this. You got to. It's all nonsense. Mm-hmm. Okay, so today's show, literally 20 minutes, well, thereabouts, an hour or so before we went live with you today, okay, was going to be called Simplicity Plus Consistency, which is our internal tenets. Mm-hmm. But we switched it to ELF in part to honor Joe and to explain that part of simplicity and consistency. Yes. Do you know how success is made in business, in relationships, in parenting, in money, in fitness? You do simple shit all the time. Every single day, you've got a core 4 or 5 things you do, and you repeat them. And a year later, your kids are fucking awesome. You're making lots of money. Your physique is where you want it to be. Blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Right? That is, I was a fighter and a martial artist for years. You know, you get a black belt in something, you consistently go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and you take your lumps, and you learn how.
Yep.
So everything is about simplicity and consistency, right? Entrepreneurs, you need to get off the entrepreneurial ADD bandwagon. You don't need to do YouTube ads and Facebook ads and Instagram and Snapchat and paid leads and sales traffic and blah, blah, blah. You know what you need to do? ELF. Mm-hmm. You need to do what's easy for you.
Yep.
You need to do what feels internally aligned, and therefore it's simple.
Yes.
You need to do shit that makes you money, and you need to do shit that's fun. Brian and Carrie in the morning, do you know... We could do anything in business, and we have.
Right.
We have owned educational programs that went international. We have owned franchises and licenses, which did very, very... We've always succeeded in business. Mm-hmm. About 18 months ago or thereabouts, and then Joe Polish with his ELF concept affirmed it for us.
Absolutely.
Right? Do you know what we do in business now? Whatever the fuck feels good. That's it. If it's easy for us, it makes money, and it's fun, that's my business model. Yeah. We do like 3 things. Mm-hmm. We do them better, in my opinion, than anybody else. And we're going to keep doing them every single day. Yeah. That's why it works. Yeah. Every entrepreneur needs to hear that message. Do not get caught up in the stupid. Mm-hmm. And it's all stupid.
Right.
This. Is that easy? No. Is it lucrative? No, because you can't keep your eye on that many things. Mm-hmm. Is it fun? Well, no, because if it's not easy, you're not making money, how fucking fun can it be? That's pretty simple. Easy, lucrative, fun in business. Pick a couple things, do them well. Do them better than everybody else. Mm-hmm. Do them every day. Make sure they're things that are aligned in you. Mm-hmm. They're easy for you. They're simple for you. They make money. They're fulfilling and they're fun. Do that. Your business works. It never doesn't work. That's it. That's all. That was a mic drop.
I already gave you a mic drop in the middle of it.
That was a mic drop.
Anybody else agree? Mic drop. Well, can I say something?
Yes.
So do you guys remember last week? Who was here last week? when we talked about the fact that I feel really weird giving myself a mic drop. So from now on, if I think that I'm going to earn a mic drop, I'm going to tell you, I think I'm going to earn a mic drop, and you have to tell me after I've done sharing what I'm going to share if it's a mic drop or not. Okay?
Yes.
Because remember, I told you that I had a bonus segment about this whole elf concept.
And before you go on, Lisa Arsenault wins comment of the day. Hashtag you need to be elf to be yourself. That is absolutely perfect. If I could give you a mic drop, I would. That was gorgeous.
I can give her a mic drop.
Mic drop for Lisa.
Look, mic drop for Lisa.
Hey, Lisa, this is for you, kid.
Okay.
Did we do it?
I did it before you said that.
Oh.
Hold on.
Mic drop for you, kid.
Timing, people. Okay, so here's what I want to say with regards to elf,
Yes,
okay?
yes.
We have said a couple of times now, Brian made up a word. He called it barometrize.
Barometrize.
We have referred to your barometer. You can refer to it as a thermometer, but you need to take your temperature often.
Always.
If you're not assessing, you are guessing.
Absolutely.
With regards to elf. Because you know what? Elf changes, right?
Yes.
Elf is going to change for you as you change and you evolve in life.
Well said.
Okay?
Well
I
said.
can tell you right now that 4 years ago for me, managing our finances the way I do now was not elf for me because it was stressful.
Yep.
It was, I had these negative thoughts about it, right? I can tell you that 4 years ago, powerlifting was not elf for me in the gym. What was elf for me in the gym back then was dancing.
Yep.
So you have got, this is
Good
not,
point.
this is not a, I'm going to pick what I'm going to do today and it's going to be elf forever.
God, we weren't doing a live stream until 3 months ago.
Right. And what we came to recognize was that as we grow, elf grows.
Yes.
So you've got to be aware. You've got to be tuned into yourself and accountable to make sure that you're evolving it with you.
Absolutely.
So there you go. I just wanted to share that.
Absolutely gorgeous. You give a mic drop. Did she earn a mic drop there?
I'm just going to take it.
I need to know cascade of hearts or comments. And you just earned a mic drop. Take it. Take it!
Boom!
Because that was very pretty. You have to assess. You have to grow. You have to evolve.
Absolutely.
And that is, like, you can't put blinders on.
Nope.
You know, you said something. This is a really good comment. You said something about a year ago, literally, that I've not forgotten. Okay? So for those who've been watching Brian and Carrie Morey for some time now, you know we have 4 fundamental exercises we request everybody do every single day. The foundational one is learn your language.
Right.
Because as your mindset goes, as your unconscious goes, so goes your life.
Yep.
Okay? But you wrote this, and I'll never, about a year ago, you said you should check your language as often as you check your Facebook profile.
It's so funny that you...
Yeah, and I won't forget that. And it's true. You got to assess. Is this still elf for me? We just made a major investment, $30,000 some odd dollars in a new studio for Brian and Carrie in the morning. But I'm going to tell you something. If Brian and Carrie in the morning stops being elf for me in 3 months, I'll say, okay, well, let's sell the equipment and move on. Because this doesn't feel good anymore.
Absolutely.
For all you crewmates out there, not going to happen. Don't worry.
We're not going in.
We're in this one for life.
I don't know if you saw it, but did you see that I reposted that exact thing 3 days ago?
I did not.
That's so funny. Even somebody just commented on it. That was a great post. I just the other day posted that because I was thinking about it.
Sure.
Look at how in line we are.
Angie Olson, your biggest bound nature is around finances. I hear you. That was my biggest bound nature as well. Okay? So while you brought that up, hey, thanks, Vinny Maltz. I love that Vinny's here. He's a closet watcher.
Can I just tell you, I just took a note about Vince Maltz's daughter to
Yeah.
drop videos of her in.
Yeah, we have this with our new studio, Vince. We can actually take videos from Facebook and drop them in. So, like, we will disappear for a second and the video will come up.
Oh, we're doing
So we're going to ask you permission, and you and Marissa, if we can take some videos of Nene and drop them into
the
our
pre-show.
show.
Are you
because
kidding me?
your fucking daughter's the best.
Fuck the box.
Anyways, Angie Olson. Yeah, fuck the box. That's right. You love watching us in the closet. You are not a well man.
Who's watching us in the
Vince
closet?
Maltz. Thanks, Tiffany, the funny one. I suppose I'll share this. You guys did all right, I guess.
I think, you know what? I think we deserve some awesome props to the crew because
Absolutely.
I know we hit past 60 shares.
Thank you so much. Let me address Angie before I forget.
sorry, yeah.
No, it's not your fault. I kept getting... Vince is dizzying.
Vince, you did it. You distracted us.
Vince is distracting.
It's the eyebrows.
So Angie Olson, money was my story as well, and here's how I solved it. I learned my language every single day, and I flipped it. That's it. That's all. As you think, so goes your life. That story is not going to go away unless you make it go away. And the only way to make it go away is to not be afraid of it. Every single morning I sat in the pocket and I listened and I wrote out what I was saying. And every morning it was shit. Every morning it was, we're broke and never going to have this, never going to have that. And I tuned into that beautiful Hawaiian concept of huna. As you think, so it becomes. That's it. That's all. So every morning I listened, and every morning I found counter arguments, literally, to the language I was hearing in my unconscious, and I flipped it. I flipped every single sentence, every single moment of every single morning for a good couple of months, right?
It changed everything.
It changed everything.
Honestly.
That is the standing argument I will always wage. It is our standing foundational exercise for that exact reason. You got to want to do it. You got to want to do it, though. You can't do it a couple times a week. It's a consistent flip that language.
Absolutely.
Your unconscious is stupid. It's powerful, but it's dumb. It doesn't know real versus imagined. So the more you tell it, I'm worried about money. I'm scared about money. I'm worried if my business is going to work. Oh my God, what about this? Your unconscious says, yeah, okay, whatever. I can play that story. And it affects your actions and habits every single day. You got to flip the language.
Flip it.
Flip it, bitches.
Flip it consistently.
Hashtag that, Sakowitz.
Hashtag it, Sakowitz.
Flip it, bitches.
Did you guys enjoy?
Thank you, Angie.
You know what? I can't say the word elf without thinking about like a little elf running by.
Yes.
And it makes me laugh. But did you guys enjoy the show today? The topic. And
right.
Yeah, I'm curious to know.
I love that Lisa is going to apply this daily. Flip it, bitches. That's my boy.
You know, I don't know who it was because it was up before, but somebody chimed in on saying the fact that Brian and Carrie in the morning has become elf for them. And I love that.
I love that
that, you know, that you feel that. So
absolutely,
it's fantastic.
That was symbolic. I just closed my book and it's like the show's over. I didn't mean to be symbolic with that, but it just kind of fucking happened.
We're done saying what we had to say.
Absolutely. I want to say shout out to all the crewmates out there. We love you guys to death and wouldn't want to do this without you. So thank you so much for being a part of this ride. And especially to our crew kids right now. If Olive's still watching and listening, if Carl McPhee's, Haley and...
Olive.
No, Haley and... I'm going to get this.
Oh.
Somebody posted. Haley and...
What's Carl McPhee's other daughter's name? Zoe
Haley and... We're going to get... I'm not leaving until this is...
Can I make a special request while you're looking for that name?
Yes.
Anybody who has a crew kid who tunes into the show, can you please take a picture of them watching the show so I can create a little crew kid homage to share with everybody?
Absolutely.
I'd really like that. And just inbox it to us in our message.
Couple final comments here. Please do that, by the way. I love that. Lee Patterson, I was hit with a curveball today, and boy, did I whack the fucker right out of the park. Good girl.
Not even the fucker, the fuka.
Yes, Michelle Adams loved the show. Flip it. Elisa's not a swearer like me, so she didn't add bitches. I accept that. Lee Patterson reminds Kira. Kira? No, Kieran is her son.
Kieran's her son.
Yes, crew kid.
Yeah.
Love you back, Vinny. Dr. Mark Tessa says B and C are elf. Love that. Love that. Thank you, Angie. I'm glad you needed this today. You guys are the best. Kira, thank you, Cecily. And Kelly Nicole. Kira and Haley.
There you go.
To all of our crew kids. Mwah. Have some chocolate milk and candy and go drive your parents crazy.
Have a great
See you guys tomorrow. Woohoo!
Bye.